Okay guys, I'm going to stay in the shin wizard position. You can get this move from a lot of different positions, but basically it's kind of going to be like an outside single, I guess is the way to say it. Outside single, I'm going to force the outside single from the shin wizard, okay? And this next move is like a funky move. I actually learned this from Lundell, so I just call it the Ricky roll. Like, it's not like a good name for like maybe a sushi place, but I learned it from Ricky. So Ricky Lundell is real good instructor. He's one of my absolute favorites, and he's an awesome guy. You know, it's very important if you train with people to be around good people that really are smart at what they do and they care about people, and Ricky's one of those guys. So yeah, I learned this roll. I don't know what he called it, but it's just like a funk roll from basically a top position. So, all right, so I'm gonna be back. Once again, shin wizard time. So, like we didn't get too far into other systems from this guard position, this cross position. But it really doesn't matter what kind of setup you want to do as long as you set up the shin wizard. I've hit shin wizards from back here where a guy's here and I'm in half, and I basically bring my knee in and I bring it up, and now I already lock it. And I already have this lock. I can now start looking for other reversals from here. But my thing is always keep in mind, if I'm on a low shoulder, he could surprise me and pass. So if that's the case, and I want to make sure I win the scramble, I'm going to go ahead and get a good extension out, pop, drag out, and get to this position for my shin wizard. Because right now, most of the time, the first submission I taught you is going to happen instantly. But guys are good and they do some clever stuff. So when I come out now, he's going to stay, he's going to lock his hand, and he's going to try to come in front like before. But now what I'm going to do is a little different. I'm going to give him a good buck of my hips, bump to sprawl his back, and I'm going to force his head to the outside. Now this might be a weird position, but from here, I don't want his hand to go to the double. He goes to the double, it's going to change everything. So when he does that, if he's here, I'm going to lock his arm in place. So you can push down here or just simply pin it. Now from here, I don't want to be leaning over him like I talked before. I want to keep my weight back. And a lot of times I'd be on my toes, but I mean, this guy's had a long day. I don't want to keep jacking him up. All right, he's pretty tough, but I don't want to end up like me all broken down. All right, so I'm here. So I'm still in my anchored position, and I pin his arm. Now what I'm going to do is, as I'm pinning his arm, I'm going to curl my heel to my butt the best I can, which is going to trap his arm around between my calf muscle and my hamstring, and I'm jamming it in. Now from this position, I'm going to make a quick exchange. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to swing my arm, and I'm going to get my arm inside. All right? I want to do this as I roll over my far shoulder here, and I'm going to end up in a submission, and I'll show you a couple variations of it, just a couple. Now from here, I'm going to pin this down and killing my heel up. I'm going to roll, and he's going to roll with me. So as I go here, I curl my leg, my arm goes through, we come over the top, and I'm here. Now I went to the underhook version first, so this is locked up. You can either step, some guys like that for power, other guys like the figure four, and if you really got a good strong leg, you don't need either. But it's always good to secure the limb. Now from here, I always go under the head, okay? And I'm not gonna have to do too much here. I'm gonna put, yeah, he's already tapping. So basically, it's a really brutal submission. You wanna get your hips off the ground, and you wanna bring his elbow forward as you curl this leg back. So as I go here, he's already tapping. So that would be it. You always, in my opinion, you always wanna move the head away from the shoulder. I don't want his head close to my shoulder. So I like to go here, okay? So that's the underhook version. So when I came up, I just looked for the underhook on my way up, okay? Do that one more time, and then I'll show just the straight headlock version. Okay, so boom, I hit my shin wizard. He tries to square up with me. I give him a little block, I bump my hip, force the hip to the outside, pull this in and curl. Once I block this arm, I keep this arm pinned so he can't escape and go for his double, and I make a quick exchange. As soon as I make this exchange, I roll. Boom, hit my underhook, come right up. And you can see he's already tapping. You can attack this arm if you want, but I always prefer that head control, and he's already tapping. Okay? That way, if this fails and I miss, And now I'm already getting to a dominant position. The second version is instead of going for the far underhook, I'm just going to do traditional. I'm just going to lock his head up and do it like an old school variation. Okay? So down at the bottom here, however I'm playing, boom, I'm trying to make it work. He grabs, I drag out. He locks his hands. He goes to square up, make sure my hips get back, give him a bump. Okay? He's still on the leg, slap the head to the outside, pin the arm and curl it. Okay? You'd be surprised. Right now, he has the chance to try to take me down. Okay? But I don't let him go to that double. Okay? So now I curl, swim, and now I'm just going to roll. And this time, instead of for the underhook, I'm going to go to his head. So as I curl and lift, and I roll, I come up, and I look for his head. And he's already tapping. When you get to this position, pull his head away, hips forward. And now, lock. Okay? Now, at any point in this, and I get his head to the outside, and he starts to move, and I don't like this, I can now simply just defend. So if I feel him try to look, and I don't block this in time, and he looks for my far leg, block my hip, and now I got him in my quarter, and I get on top. Okay? So if you feel like you have bad control when you're doing this, it's okay. The only problem is defend your leg, get your leg back. If things look wrong, sprawl back out, get your leg back. You're still on a top position, you're still on a snap. And that's something that's a very strong position you should focus on. So that's good news, okay?